CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsgroup.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of that. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill you. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset. Newell Golf Club, located just minutes outside of town, the friendly hometown golf course. Come play a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere and enjoy the views that western South Dakota has to offer. Newell Golf Club strives to be a community leader, offering the course to the Newell High School and middle school golf teams free of charge and hosting multiple community golf tournaments throughout the season. First-time members get half off membership fees. Look us up on Facebook.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Dad?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Varsity Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Varsity Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
There's no better way to bring in the new year than with a new Deere. And Grossenberg Implement has a huge selection of new John Deere equipment as well as specials on used equipment from John Deere and other brands. Get dependable agricultural, residential, and commercial equipment at Grossenberg Implement with 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Stop by to visit with a sales professional today or go to grossenberg.com to browse the new and used inventory. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you're vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket, Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Sturgis Strikers is your hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Black and White Bowling nights. Conveniently located on 1st and LaSalle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee or 5-bean espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a daylight donut or two? All located inside Sturgis Strikers on 1st and LaSalle. Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says, go Scoopers.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. We just brought them together.
6 young men and women who will end their Scooper wrestling careers this season. Tonight, we honor them and their families. We want to thank all of them for the hard work and countless hours in the wrestling room and on the mat. First, big thank you to Mike Schultz and Tim Potts for tonight's contributions for senior night. Presenting the senior class tonight is the Scooper Girls head coach, John Pearson, and the Scooper Boys head coach, Mike Campbell. At this time, please direct your attention to the floor for tonight's Scooper Senior Night ceremony. Our first senior tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Katie Wilkins. Katie is the daughter of Jason and Kimberly Wilkins. She has 3 siblings, Gavin, Jada, and Deacon. After graduation, Katie plans on attending college to become a physical therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
Where Jason won a state title, and he overwhelming support from the entire community of wrestlers. Every class understood what that match stood for, and Pat, again, the state tournament's held at the end of February. Jason won that state title his senior year, and Pat passed away, I believe, in early March. So
that's quite a story. Shows the man's dedication to sport and love for his son. Let's talk about Sturgis Scoopers. Let's start with the boys. Sturgis has won every tournament. They've won every duel. They look, and they're winning by large margins. The Hettinger tournament, they won by over 200 points. No one can touch them. But you got to think at some point, the state tournament coming up, the team tournament, and the individual, are there any chinks in the armor?
Well, early on, it does not appear so. Right? They're wrestling at an unbelievable level. But every single team that shows up to wrestle Sturgis in either a duel or has a Sturgis kid that they're across from in their bracket, they're gunning for him because they know that's the big name, and so the Scoopers have to stay within themselves and stay humble and remember the mission. They set out to best their performance last year, which is would be unheard of. Last year they were completely dominant, with the exception of one duel against Aberdeen Central, and this year again so far perfect. So looking to avoid any of those little missteps and finish this out completely unblemished, which would be an unbelievable feat.
Let's talk about Aberdeen Central. I was talking to Mike Abel about a week ago. He says that's their biggest challenge is going to be that team from Aberdeen Central, and they are a very good team. They ended up, I think you said, third in Madison, South Dakota a few weeks ago, behind Sturgis and Rapid City Central. What do we know about that team?
Well, that team, I think, has a mentality that is that is similar to the Sturgis Scoopers, in that they go to that practice room, and their wrestling room has a ton of kids in it. They're deep in every weight class, and they've become a perennial powerhouse as well. They've been chasing the Scoopers for a little bit, and the Scoopers know that, but Aberdeen Central has that winning mentality, and which is a hard culture to create. But once you get there, they remain dominant for a long time. So, as we've seen with our own Sturgis Scoopers.
And of course, the Sturgis Scoopers, everyone's after them, everyone's gunning for them. They are kind of the hunted when it comes to the state tournament. Let's talk about Sturgis girls. I know you have a daughter, Lily. She is on the team. They went to a dual tournament in Casper, Wyoming last week, I believe it was. They did well.
They did. They did very well. The Sturgis girls program has, as I've said in previous broadcasts, has been growing. The numbers have been getting better and better as far as participants in the sport. Last year, I believe the Scooper girls got 1 third-place finish in Hettinger, I believe, and this year the Scooper girls have matched that a couple of times up until last weekend when they went to Casper, and there were 10 teams there, and it was a dual team tournament, so they wrestled 9 duels throughout the weekend. And the Sturgis Scooper girls won all 9 duels.
Fantastic.
They beat every single team there, and I'm not talking about small teams. These teams are as big as they come in Wyoming. I don't know that I can get all 9 again here, but Thunder Basin from Gillette, Casper Natrona, Casper Kelly Walsh, Pinedale, Wright, Wyoming, Newcastle. There was a team from Colorado called Moffett County. There was Sheridan, Wyoming, and I'm forgetting 2. Well, I'm forgetting 1 because the Scoopers were one of them. But the competition, those are all very, very big schools in Wyoming. So for the Scooper girls to go across state lines into hostile territory in the center of Wyoming and come away with win after win after win. Oh, Pinedale. Pinedale was the other school, and they actually got 2nd place in that tournament. Their numbers are massive, and so they had a girl in every single weight class, and they are an extremely strong team. So anyway, it was very, very impressive to watch that grit that it took to win their very first tournament as a team for the Scooper girls, and I think when you taste that victory, I mean, you continue to hunt it. So I see bigger and better things for the Scooper girls.
You get a taste for it, you really start to get hungry for it.
Yes, you do.
So daughter Lily, Lily Globe, she only lost 1 match?
In that turn, yeah. She was 8-1 on the weekend.
Okay. We're going to go to the national anthem, looks like.
We will step aside for that, folks. We'll be back after this quick timeout. This is Scooper Sports on the Big 81.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Welcome back, everyone, into West Gymnasium at Sturgis Brown High School. Sturgis Scooper Wrestling coming your way tonight on the Big 81 KBHB, and also on Live Ticket TV, so you can watch the video tonight along with our call as well. Greg Gloat, Bob Havela, you guys okay?
What's that?
Are you guys okay?
We're okay. We're having a little trouble with our
try that.
Oh,
Is
there
that
you
better?
go.
Hey.
Now we
magic.
hear you.
I worked magic.
Well, no, you're also doing sign language too while you're doing that. Hello, going everyone. We are back live. Greg Globe, Gary Matthews. Now we can hear. We're doing great. By the way, the golden voice of Greg Globe as we get ready to do the face-offs here. You were unscored on, as I'm being told from a source who is very. You wrestled. You were state champion in Wyoming. What school?
Upton, Wyoming.
Upton, Wyoming. Unscored on.
Wow.
Offensively, the whole season.
Wow.
Who does that? Apparently you do.
Apparently you do.
So, and what year was that?
My senior year. That would be my senior year. I was fortunate enough to have a successful wrestling career. Had the best, some excellent coaches, and a huge support system. I was able to win the state tournament as a sophomore, junior, and senior. My senior year, I'll equate this to scooper wrestling because this is similar to what they're doing. People are chasing them. Once you get on top, people know who they need to beat, and so the mindset there is to continue to grind and get better. You cannot stay safe and just stay where you are. And so my senior year, I didn't give up a single offensive point from another human.
That's amazing.
That is amazing, and I would never want to wrestle you. That's not fantastic. Fantastic. Then you go to UNO. UNO wins the national tournament, and then what happens?
So I actually attended the junior college out of high school, and the UNO. I think the UNO story is exactly very, very similar to mine, but went to a junior college, had a scholarship out of there to go and wrestle for Southern Colorado.
Excuse me.
In Pueblo. And my car was packed up and ready to go, and we were heading down there, and the coach calls me, and he said, I've got some bad news. And I said, okay, what's that? And he said, well, they just cut the wrestling program. The Southern Colorado had won the national title as a team the year before, so I'm going to go wrestle for a national championship school under a Hall of Fame coach, and I was so excited, and they cut the wrestling program. And that was a similar situation to what happened at UNO several years later.
Several years later. And, of course, then you go to Black Hill State, you play football, you don the green and gold, which is the favorite color of another team, Gary. We know who I'm talking about. Your Green Bay Packers. Which they're on the bench with the rest of them. And then you end up playing football at Black Hill State, and now you're here in Sturgis.
That's
raising
right.
Yet another GLOAT wrestler.
That's right. Yeah. Very, very fortunate, very blessed in my life to have had some opportunities when I was younger. You take a look and wonder where life would have, what life would have looked like if we had moved to Pueblo instead. But we moved to Black Hill State, and of course, Upton is just right over on the other side of the Black Hills. So basically, basically like home, and just stayed put. Fell in love with the city of Sturgis. Out of college, and here we are.
All right, here we are. Gary, who's our first match?
Well, Eleanor Jacobs is first here at 138, but she is going to win via forfeit.
Okay.
So her opponent is unavailable tonight, so we'll have the 145 coming up next. And that's Katie Wilkins, who will take on Carly Balthans of Campbell County. Here we go.
And we go to play-by-play with Greg.
All right. Got off into a little bit of a tie right off of the whistle. Katie's been really, really strong. Had a great week last week in Casper. Again, 9 matches that you get to wrestle in that tournament. She ends up winning all 9 matches by pin. So this is the lone senior for Sturgis. Snapped her down into a little headlock. Trying to throw what we would call a wrangler. Got her in that front headlock position and looking to complete that throw. Gets her on her back, keeps her toes in. Campbell County bellies out, so we didn't get any near fall there, but Katie's trying to drag her back in so we can score here.
Now, the rule this year is only 1 point of the wrestler has to be inbounds. Is that correct?
That's right. So previously we used to have 2 points of contact in as soon as you only had one, you were considered out of bounds. This year they changed that to where we only have to have 1 point of contact. So the distance that that inbounds gets extended quite a bit. There we go, out of bounds. Katie. Oh, looks like they're going to call a caution.
So Katie's ahead 3-0 because of the new rule. Takedown is 3 points.
That's correct. Yep. That is two of the three major rule changes we've already seen with that 1 point of contact out of bounds. The other one, takedown, used to be 2 points, and now that rule has changed where a takedown is now worth 3. So the more aggressive wrestler usually ends up in a better position here.
Which takes away from the chant 2-2 when we used to yell when they had the takedown.
That it does. There's some fans that are getting a little tongue-tied in the stands, but they're figuring it out. Katie's working on top, looking for a near bar. She's had a couple of opportunities in that front headlock position for that throw. Working the spiral ride, does a little shoulder drop there, gets her put on her back, but man, Campbell County's good at bellying out there. Katie's got her on her back, looking for the pin, got her in a half Nelson. The referee's counting off back points here. We've got a 4 count, looking for that fall now. There are 23 seconds left in this match. Campbell County's fighting off their back as good as they can, but Katie's got that cinched up. We'll see what can happen in the next 15 seconds.
And there it is.
There's that fall.
You know, we don't think about it, but 23, 25 seconds, that's a long time to fight that off.
Oh, when you're on your back and that hold is cinched up, yes, that's a very long time to fight that off.
So the Sturgis Scoopers go up 12-0 over the Campbell County Camels.
Shelby Werlinger's up now.
Yep, 152. Haley Bloomberg is her opponent.
Shelby's been a new wrestler to the team, and her growth has been remarkable. She's her aggressiveness in these ties. You can see she's digging these underhooks and has heavy hands on the head, which just wears down your opponent. Looking for that front headlock, working in that front headlock position. Got into a little headlock situation, but in that headlock you have to have a head and an arm in order for that to be a legal hold. Shelby locked up around just the head, didn't have the arm in there, so that's going to be a penalty point. Campbell County up 1-0 right now, and they're both neutral. Good little scramble here. The positioning battle on your feet. A lot of time you're fighting here with your hands, looking for angles to get some shots. Shelby gets into another headlock situation, has that arm in there this time, throws her right to her back. The referee's counting off some near fall points. Shelby just needs to belly down on that, switch her hips and get her belly over onto the chest to chest, and that is going to get real tight. There's that fall.
And that's another pin for the Sturgis girls. They go up 18-0. Question. You notice that some of these girls have long ponytails, and I know you can't intentionally pull the ponytail.
Those ponytails.
But is it like football where if you should happen to grab it inadvertently, that's part of the uniform?
I think if it's an inadvertent grab and you're not using it to your advantage there, I think you're okay. Now, you can't get into the headgear. You can't grab onto the headgear or anything like that. That would be illegal. Same, I think, if you were actually tugging on your opponent's hair.
And while we were talking about that, Campbell County gets a forfeit from
we have
Sturgis.
actually 3 in a row here. So Paige Tisdale will get the forfeit at 165. And then Kaylee Steele will get the forfeit at 185. Ella Kahlenberg will get the forfeit at 235.
So that gives Campbell County
So they'll get 3 6s there, yep. So it'll be 18-12. Correct?
As soon as the next forfeit comes along,
as soon as the next forfeit hits the mat.
Tied up at 18.
Yep.
And they're correcting the scoreboard now.
Yep, they were waiting for that next forfeit there on the mat. And
Okay.
that was Ella Kalenberg who picked up the forfeit at 2:35.
So now we're tied up 18-18, Campbell County, Sturgis girls. We're all tied up. Ready for the next match. What do we got?
100 pounds, Jenica Leonhardt will get the forfeit.
So they'll get another 6 to
So that'll
Sturgis.
be
Now it's
6 for Sturgis.
24-18.
Yep. And then our next match will be Anna Lee. Anna Lee's coming out now at 107, and she'll get Ellie Buzis of Campbell County.
Annalise had an outstanding year again in Casper this last weekend. She actually didn't have an awful lot of matches. There were, just like we just saw, you know, if the teams don't match up right, you're going to end up with some forfeits, and Annalie ended up with several of them. The matches that she did get to wrestle, though, she was dominant in, and immediately following the Annalie throws a quick headlock there.
And she's not going to give her a reversal either.
That is cinched up tight. I don't know. Yep, they did give her the
Got her 3.
Give her the takedown for 3. No back points there though. Good fight off the bottom. That was cinched up tight. Annalie has a nice mat return there. Has a leg split. Looking for this. So right now she'll go underneath the head and try and cap that far shoulder. If she can, she'll elevate that bottom leg into a leg Turk and just look for some back points here. Kind of fell out of that. Now we're going to go to work on our halves and our bars. Getting back to Casper last weekend, the matches that Annalie had were, she was just absolutely dominant. And as soon as the Sturgis girls got their first championship trophy for finishing first as a team, they did have an outstanding wrestler of the tournament award, which was given and voted on by all of the coaches in the tournament, and that was given to Annalie Pearson.
You know, it amazes me watching her, how quick she is, how agile she is. She's like a cat out there.
She is. She's just always in such good positioning. And again, she's very, very young, so we're going to be seeing this dominance for a very, very long time. We are neutral at the end of the first period. 3-1, Annalie is up.
And the 1 point came on a penalty.
The 1 point came off of an escape.
Okay.
All right. Campbell County had the option there. It looked like they deferred to Sturgis. Annalie chose to go neutral on her feet. She's so quick on those shots. Gets in on a quick double, trying to finish. Campbell County does a nice job of sprawling out and trying to extend Annalie here. Looks like the girl from Campbell County's got a little bit of length on Annalie, so she's looking at lifting those ankles and keeping Annalie flattened out. Annalie's doing a great job of keeping her knees under her, getting back in on those legs. There goes the nice double leg finish for another 3-point takedown. Annalie's very, very tough on top. Again, she has those legs split. Doing a really nice job with the hand control and keeping that forward pressure. She's got that tight waist, looking for a bar, looking for an arm. She's got this arm trapped underneath her right now, looking to dig in that chicken wing and running around her head. She can tilt her here. She'll start getting up some back points. There it goes. Get that referee to start counting. Did not get to 2 seconds, so no near fall points awarded there. But she's still got that hold, that chicken wing. See if we can run it again. There we go. She'll get some back points this time. There's a 2, 3, and 4 count. That's going to be 4 near fall at best, but now we're looking for the fall. Campbell County fights off of it, comes out on top there, and comes away with a 1-point escape. Annalee will get the 4 for the near fall. Campbell County, 1-point escape. So now we're at 10-2 at the end of the second period.
Now, Greg, you talked about this, the long limbs of the Campbell County wrestler. Is that an advantage in this sport, or do you want to go with the more shorter limb person?
Well, I don't know that it matters so long as that wrestler makes it work for them. The styles of wrestling are going to be different. Man, nice blast double there from Annalee. Takes her right down to her back. Campbell County bellies out, but again, Annalee with that leg split, by keeping her legs split here, that's going to keep her from building up on that base and making any progression towards getting out here. Annalee's looking for that chicken wing and the far bar.
So it's 13-2. We're in the third period. Sturgis wrestler on in the lead.
And lately, all of these matches that Annalee's been in, she just looks like she's in complete control. The Campbell County wrestlers had a couple of opportunities to get that escape. She's come out off of bottom where she was on top, but Annalee just stays nice and calm, keeps in control, and gets back to where she needs to be. If she's ever out of position at all, her being calm just suits her so well.
No, and I might have missed, but it looked like there was a stall warning given by the referee to Gillette.
Yeah, that's correct. So the referee's noticing that there's no attempt to improve off of bottom. Not real sure what.
It looked like potentially dangerous.
He worded a point there, so there was some sort of an illegal hold that Annalee had on there. So we're 13-3 now. .30 seconds remaining in the third period, up 13-3. Looking for that power half. Nice base up from Campbell County. Goes into a sit-out. Annalee does a little shoulder drop there, looking to come around, and there's that nice half. And that is tight. And the fall. Leave an arm behind, leave your head down, stay on your belly for just a second, and a good wrestler like Annalee Pearson will capitalize on that every time.
Take advantage of it indeed. 30-18 now, Sturgis Scoopers on top as we go to the next match. Gary?
And that'll be at 114. Now Cadence Hand will wrestle Shaylee Loveland.
Cadence has wrestled for years and years. She's got probably some of the most experience on this team, just because girls wrestling is so new. But Cadence took advantage of AAU youth wrestling and spent a lot of time wrestling as she was younger. I mean, she's still only an 8th grader, I believe.
Wow.
And she's had a very successful year. She's in a tough weight class that has some tough competition, and she's handled herself very, very well.
As these girls' teams progress, I think we see some real movements here in the girls' Scooper wrestling team.
The growth that they've been showing has just been unbelievable. I think in our very first broadcast, being able to do this, we talked about the depth in that room. The girls wrestling in the wrestling room with the boys, and the expectation being the same. The Scooper boys wrestling has been dominant for years and years, and the girls wrestling program is just getting started. And there's no better way to explain and show what that expectation of Scooper wrestling is outside of putting them in the same room and demanding the same things. And all of these girls have stepped up day after day after day, and now late in the season you're starting to see those that really pay off. Cadence comes away with a nice little takedown there, looking to go to work on top. 20 seconds left in the first period here. Trying to cap that far elbow to get into a little bit of a butcher situation. She's got that elbow cap. Now she's got to let go of those legs and run around the head. Just looking to expose her back. Ran out of time there. 3-0 at the end of the first.
So I just got a message from our director, Terry Anderson. Terry.
Director?
Well, we'll call him director.
I love it.
Terry Malibu Anderson.
Okay.
Singlet night tonight. If you look over at the student section, you can see a lot of them are wearing wrestling singlets.
Sure.
Strange.
Is Terry wearing his?
Well, you know, I'm sure Terry will be telling us here real quick whether he's wearing his.
Terry was asking me at CrossFit if I had one. I said, absolutely, Terry. I still have my old high school one. It'll fit you great. I bet you he's at home right now watching.
Yep. And you didn't wear it today either.
Well, I didn't, but you know.
I'm bitterly disappointed. All right, back to wrestling. And the referees want to talk about something.
Talked about the need for officials in this sport, and we've been fortunate, you know, and a lot of times we've got 2 officials at our home duels. And what that does is they're able to watch the entire match. You know, they'll stay separated across the mat from each other, and what one may not be able to see, the other one can. And so we're fortunate to be able to get enough referees to pull that off.
Right.
A lot of schools only, you know, have a struggle to get one there.
Sturgis Wrestlers up 6-0. We're in the second period. $1:14 left. On that note, the way it works is you have one primary official, one secondary official, and if the primary official misses something, he can defer to the secondary official?
Yep, that's correct. You know, they'll talk things through, and something every once in a while something gets a little bit weird, some movement that's a little bit strange, and they'll work as a team in that regard to make sure that they get that call right. Sort of an alternative to like video review or something like that. They could just rely on one another. Cadence has got this butcher worked up tight. Campbell County's doing a nice job fighting all this off. Scooper girls have had a hard time getting them turned and on their back. There's a nice power half going to get out on the side. There you go. That's going to stay real tight. We've got 12 seconds left in the second period. Getting off some near fall here. And the pin.
There's the pin.
Nice work from
another
Cadence.
pin for the girls. Sturgis goes up 36-18 over Campbell County. And next up, Gary,
will be Lily Gloat at 120, and she'll get Luann Bryant.
we have to watch out for Lily's father because he gets a little wild from what I hear.
That's okay. We want him to get a little wild on this one.
This is what I've been worried about. So don't, yeah.
For those who don't know, Lily is Greg's daughter.
Right.
Nice double leg there by Lily. She's been doing a nice job on these drags on her feet and bring that opponent in close to her. She gets in on a nice double leg, gets around behind, has a 3-point takedown, going to work on top now. Little chin drop, got her turned to her back. Referee's counting off some back points. There she goes. Didn't get to that 2 count though, so no near fall there, but Lily's just fine, working on top. Got to stay behind the arms here. Campbell County's doing a nice job trying to pop that arm over her head. Tight waist, arm chop, working on that bar. Nice cross face by Lily there. Maybe for a far cradle, if that's open. When you're on top, it's very important to stay in behind the arms. You don't ever want to be over the top of the arms. That gives that opponent an opportunity to move a little bit. Lily's following really well. Gets on her hip, spins around, back on top. 44 seconds left here in the first period. Keeping nice pressure. Kind of in a little bit of a modified spiral ride. There she's got this butcher looking to stretch her out. She'll try and put her knee in the back of, this will sound a little aggressive, put her knee in the back of her head and pull her right over the top of that knee. That's how you roll that opponent over in that position. Kind of a violent move.
I don't think I want to be around your daughter, no.
She'll be able to take care of herself, that's for sure.
Well, that's for sure.
Period ends 3-0, Lily up.
So when you get home and you tell her you want her to do something and she says no, do you argue with her?
I tell you what, I really love her mentality because she doesn't, man, nice blast double there from Lily again. Gets her down on her hip, working to get around. Gillette doing a nice job trying to get to that leg. There's a 3-point takedown. They're right on the edge. Shoulder and elbow still in on the mat, so we're still in bounds. Ref's going to call it out of bounds there. Lily's up 6-0. Lily, getting back to at home, Lily wants to learn, and she asks a ton of questions and works on it. Fortunate for me, she never, at least up to now, has not gotten frustrated or mad at anything that I've ever said. But again, I don't have to say much because this coaching staff at Sturgis is just so talented and so knowledgeable. They take care of it in the practice room. There's the 3-point takedown. Lily's got that butcher, got her turned over on her back. The ref's counting near fall now, keeping that cinched up and looking for the fall, looking for that fall. Keep that pressure on top. Lily's up 9-1, got to keep her in bounds. 1 minute left in the period here, which is, as you said, a very long time to fight off of your back. Doing a good job doing it, though. Switches things up, goes to kind of a reverse half, posting that arm. Keep that pressure on. Gillette's kind of tying up her legs. Lily's got to free her legs and tee out, stay chest to chest there. There she clears the legs. Five seconds remaining in the period. Lily's still looking for that fall. Four-point near fall. Lily goes up 13-1.
So if you're just joining us, this is girls wrestling, Sturgis Scoopers. They are up 36-18 over the Campbell County Camels. And in this match, Sturgis wrestler is up, and it looks like to me
13-1, I believe.
Yep. They were changing the scoreboard there for just a second.
All right.
Third period.
Campbell County gets the choice, chooses top, hasn't worked well on her feet. This is something that Lily's got to work on, keep moving on the bottom, get that arm back. Get to her knees, get to her feet, get that escape. Ooh, the ref stops it for potentially dangerous. Campbell County had that chicken wing in. So we're going to restart. Keep tripoding up. Campbell County doing a nice job keeping her broke down. Lily doing a nice job continuing to get to her feet. Tries to throw in a cradle on top there. Lily's fighting the hands. Ooh, she's got it locked up. Lily's turning in. Kind of a weird position there, but the referee's counting some back points. Right now, as it is, Lily's not in danger of being pinned, but she is giving up back points there. Got to fight those hands and get to that belly.
Minute 5 left in the match.
Oh.
And that is a pin for Gillette.
That is a pin for Gillette. Ended up getting that cradle switched around and moved around and flattened Lily out. And again, going back to the importance of wrestling the entire match now, not that Lily wasn't, she was fighting really, really hard, but the Gillette wrestlers down by 12 points going to the third period. It's looking very grim there. And she kept wrestling and kept her head up and kept doing what she knows how to do and ended up coming away with the victory there. So nice job for her.
Okay, next up here, who do we have?
All right, Nevaeh Peters will wrestle Riley Highbolt at 126.
Nevaeh looking for that headlock. Good defense. No points awarded yet. They get back to their feet after a nice little scramble. Now Nevaeh's been working on working on hand control and getting to those shots. Keep that forward pressure and keep the pressure on the Campbell County wrestler. Ooh. Comes in on almost like a nice little duck under. Puts Nevaeh right to her back and in a strong half. And Nevaeh does a really good job at fighting that off. But referee got to 4 seconds. So that got 4 points in near fall, 3-point takedown. Gillette up 7-0. The minute 1 left in the first period.
And for those that don't know, Highbolt is actually a Sturgis name. Scott Highbolt, I believe, is her father, graduate of Sturgis High School.
Has cleared her hips, looking to get in on those legs. Campbell County does a nice job at flattening her back out. Got that butcher, flipped her over. Nevaeh is fighting off of her back, trying not to give up any near fall, doing a good job of it right now. County's doing a really nice job, just move right now, not giving Nevaeh much room to breathe. Looking for half Nelsons, looking for cradles, going into a butcher, and
out of bounds there, yeah.
And out of bounds. It's like 12 seconds remaining in the first period. Nevaeh's on bottom. See if we can get an escape point here. Nevaeh tries a little Peterson roll, fought off well. So it kind of ran her off the mat there, but drug her toes to try and stay in bounds.
Again out of bounds, yeah.
Looks like the period's going to end.
The first, yep.
Nevaeh doing a really nice job there, getting to her feet. Good defense on top there. Kept kind of keeping the pressure on her and running her out of bounds.
So 7-0 in this match.
Yep.
Campbell County over
Sturgis.
Sturgis.
Yep.
Highbolt's in the lead.
Yep.
As we start the second period. Both wrestlers kind of trying to figure out where they're going to go. They're up both on their feet, kind of working the hands.
Nice shot by Nevaeh there. So you got to keep stepping, keep moving those feet, keep bringing those legs in, keep moving the feet. Drive. Doing a nice job getting that sprawl and hips away. Ends up with the takedown. Again, Nevaeh on her back. Referee counting off near fall here. 10-0 the current score.
Highbolt's really working it.
Boy,
that pin, but Nevaeh keeps
fighting away. She's
strong.
on her back, but she's still fighting through the pin. And this is an important match because if they pin her, they're within 6 points going into the final match.
Yep. That's right. Nevaeh gets the escape there.
Got the escape.
4-point
Bonnie
near
on the
fall,
board. Yep.
1-point escape, so we're 14-1 right now. Nevaeh's got to go to work. Keep that forward pressure again. That she had a very nice shot there. I think go back to that and see if you can come out on top of one of those.
Both wrestlers circling. There's a shot by Gillette.
Nevaeh trying to fight that off, but again, kind of holding on just a little bit too long. And she kind of needed to there because that 3-point takedown made it a tech fall, 16-point win by Gillette.
But that makes it 36-29, Sturgis on top. That was an important match because if she gets pinned, then they're within 6 points. Now they're within 7 with the last match coming up.
That's right.
Here comes Brooklyn Baird. Yep, and she'll get Olivia LeBlanc.
And Brooklyn Baird is a great wrestler.
She is very, very good. She's a bruiser. She'll come in and beat you up.
Yeah.
She's not afraid of little contact, and she kind of keeps herself in some good positions and keeps that pressure moving forward. As you can see, right now she's just pushing Campbell County wrestler all over the mat. Goes in on a nice attempt at a fireman. Got a little bit extended there, and so now we're going to go into a scramble situation. Gillette's going to come out on top of that one, so Gillette gets the 3-point takedown. Little Peterson roll attempt. Did not work for Brooklyn, but she'll keep working. There you go. Brooklyn got to her feet there. Nice work.
So she gets 1 point for the escape, 3-1. Gillette on top.
That's right. If you want a lesson of heavy hands, watch what Brooklyn does. She just paws at that head and constantly snapping her head down. This is again, this is just going to wear your opponent out, and Brooklyn's just really, really good at that.
So you want to keep snapping your hands on their head, which is what they're doing now as they circle the mat, and then make your shot.
Yep. Or if in this case, Brooklyn kind of snapped her down to the point Gillette kind of made an attempt at a shot, but there's a 3-point takedown for Brooklyn. Now up 4-3 in this match with 7 seconds left in the first. So that was a timely takedown.
You know, one thing, Greg, we like about the sport of wrestling is we saw it with Lily, we saw it in this match. Things turn so fast.
They sure can, and again, that's why you keep wrestling. I mean, until the ref is raising a hand of either you or your opponent, that match is not over. And so yeah, you just keep on wrestling, and things can turn in a big hurry.
Back to live wrestling. Brooklyn Baird on the bottom. Gillette wrestler on top. We're in the second period. 4-3, Brooklyn Baird of Sturgis in the lead.
That's right. Brooklyn's doing a nice job trying to control those hands. Now she's just got to step up, gets that 1-point escape. Minute 30 left in the second period. Back to work on her feet with those heavy hands, right into a nice single. Drives through her 3-point takedown as they go out of bounds. Brooklyn's up 8-3 now. Again, that 3-point takedown makes such a big difference. It can extend the gap in points just so quickly.
Brooklyn Baird on top now, trying to hold down the Gillette wrestler. So what's your strategy here, Greg? Do you try to just ride the back hip?
No, I mean, Sturgis is known for their aggressive nature.
And there it is.
Man, nice fall.
So Brooklyn Baird rolls her over on her back, gets the pin. That puts Sturgis up 42-29. They will go and win the match tonight here at West Gym.
It was a tough one.
You had a very nice
County
duel.
Wrestled well tonight.
And it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Campbell County wrestled very well. I'm impressed. There's a lot of good athletes on both these teams. And we saw it here tonight, the quickness, the agility, and the strength of girls wrestling. we will go.
Yeah, we'll go to a break here. Again, a quick recap here for you in case you're just tuning in. So Eleanor Jacobs got the forfeit win at 138. Scoopers took the 6-0 lead. Katie Wilkins defeated Carly Balfans, and that give the Scoopers a 12-0 lead. That was at 145. Shelby Whirlinger then got the fall over Haley Bloomberg, and Scoopers won the first 3. Then Campbell County won 3 on the forfeit at 165, 185, 235. Jenica got the forfeit for Sturgis at 100, and then Annalie Pearson defeated Ellie Buzis at 107. Cadence won at 114 over Shaylee Loveland. And then Campbell County got a win. Luann Bryant with the win over Lily Gloat. And then Riley Heibold got the win over Nevaeh Peters at 126. And Brooklyn Bear got the win at 132 over Olivia LeBlanc. And 42-29 is the final. The Scoopers do get a hard-fought dual win here tonight, guys.
And they wrestled, like I say, both teams wrestled very well. But you know, it shows how important the second to the last match was, Greg. The girl couldn't get pinned. She could lose, but she couldn't get pinned because that put it out of reach when she wasn't pinned for Sturgis to win the match.
That's right. You know, obviously the goal is to win those matches. Sometimes though, in a duel, your team needs you to not get pinned. So part of doing your job is to make sure that does not happen by giving up that tech fall. That only scores 5 points instead of 6 with 1 match to go, and secured the victory for the Sturgis girls going in before that final match was even wrestled.
Gary, let's take a break.
All right, very good. Scooper Boys coming up next as they'll wrestle Campbell County here on the Big 81 KBHB. We're back after the break.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset. Newell Golf Club, located just minutes outside of town, the friendly hometown golf course. Come play a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere and enjoy the views that western South Dakota has to offer. Newell Golf Club strives to be a community leader, offering the course to the Newell High School and middle school golf teams free of charge and hosting multiple community golf tournaments throughout the season. First-time members get half off membership fees. Look us up on Facebook.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Rocky Newenhouse in Corsica, Platte, Mitchell, and Huron at 605-946-5606.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Zee Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Zee Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
There's no better way to bring in the new year than with a new Deere. And Grossenberg Implement has a huge selection of new John Deere equipment as well as specials on used equipment from John Deere and other brands. Get dependable agricultural, residential, and commercial equipment at Grossenberg Implement with 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Stop by to visit with a sales professional today or go to grossenberg.com to browse the new and used inventory. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Form, just so they know. It's interesting. We were just talking on the break, Gary, and let me set the scene for those listening on the radio. We're in West Gym. We have the big mat out. It's red S in the middle. The light comes down. It shines. There are kids over in the stands who are wearing singlets because it's singlet night.
It's singlets night.
And then we look down, and there are 2 people at the edge of the mat in lawn chairs. I'm not quite sure how that all works.
Interesting. Wasn't there a candy named Singlets? No.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought there was. They're little chocolate balls.
I don't know.
So it is an interesting night here at West Gym. We're seeing it all.
Indeed.
And it's the last home match.
It's the last home match, senior night. And, these seniors, their parents are here. Boy, senior night is such a big night for these Cooper athletes.
And it really is, especially with this wrestling program. They always say if you want to wrestle, go to Sturgis. And it's showing it here tonight.
Terry and I were talking on the air this morning, just real quick, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt here, but is this, Greg, maybe you would know, is this the deepest in the season the Scoopers have gone in team wins without a loss? I mean, they have wrestled in every match the Scooper boys have been in. They have won the team title. They're undefeated. And we're at the end of January.
It's been an amazing run.
It's been a crazy run this year.
Actually, last year we were in the same spot. This weekend we go to Pier tomorrow, and on Saturday there's a dual tournament there at Pier, and that was where Aberdeen Central knocked off Sturgis
for the first time.
For the first time, their one and only blemish.
Let's get over that mountain this weekend.
So,
we got to win this one first, though.
That's
Campbell
right.
County's tough.
So the Pier tournament is where we always see the best of the West meets the beasts of the East.
Yeah.
And there are some good teams East River. Pier, they're down a little this year, but they are still a quality team.
There's so much talent all the way across the state. I mean, and teams are dangerous. And when you get into a setting like what you'll see at Pier, there's a lot of competitive matches, and you've got to come out on the right side of those. Just like you said in that last duel, 2 matches to go. You give up that pin, and you're within 6 points. That's like a single match can tilt the outcome. Yeah.
And like you were telling us at the tournament at Madison, Rapid City Central comes up, wins big in the last match, and jumps ahead of Aberdeen Central to take second place in the tournament.
Yeah, Rapid City Stevens. I believe it was the very last match of the tournament, and Stevens ended up winning that match. Aberdeen Central was in second place. It looked like they were secure for most of the finals there in that second place spot, kind of trying to chase down the Scoopers. The Scoopers wrestled really well in the finals. Aberdeen Central did nothing wrong there. They Stevens wrestled came away with one more match than they needed, and ended up winning. I believe Stevens had 214 points, and Aberdeen Central had 103, so just a single point.
Single point. So let's talk a little bit about our Sturgis wrestlers. I know a lot of these names from football. Gary and I and our director, Terry Anderson, have covered Sturgis football. Terry Malibu Anderson. You see the names Calvin Kettleson. You see the names Gunnar Sarkella. These guys are just good athletes.
Yeah, athletes are athletes sometimes. You know, I mean, these on the football field, in the wrestling, on the wrestling mat, I don't know. They're just very, very impressive athletes all the way across.
You know, one thing, Gary, you've been following Sturgis Scooper Sports. I can't say that either.
That's all right.
You've seen a lot of wrestlers come through the program. You've seen a lot of football players. Who do you think favorite wrestler, favorite football player would have to be?
Oh my gosh, I've had so many. I've got to know so many kids over the past 25 years.
Give me the top 5.
I don't even know if I could give you the top 5. I would really have to go back into my notes.
You know, you got people like, you've been here 25 years.
Yes.
Back in the days when, you know, the gerbil ran the little wheel that put the...
Well, I can still remember the first girls basketball player I ever interviewed. It was not Megan Mahoney, unfortunately. It was not. It was not Megan Mahoney. It was Chancey Ford.
Chancey Ford?
Yeah, that would have been 2000. 2001.
Chancey Ford is now, I believe, in Sioux Falls National Guard.
I believe, yes, she used to be on the Highway Patrol.
Used to be on the Highway Patrol.
You wouldn't want to see her in your rear view mirror.
You did not want that. And her brother Cody Ford is also with the Highway Patrol. But yeah, I mean, it's just a tradition here at Sturgis of the wrestling program.
Yep.
And it spills into other areas of success.
Yep.
You know, you're bringing your expectations up very high.
Oh yeah.
You know, you know, and I know we had our bad times in football, but now that is starting to come up.
Absolutely.
But
and, you know, some of the more memorable wrestling kids I've interviewed over the years are the Whirlinger boys. They have really given us some great interviews over the years.
You know, we were talking the other day, gentlemen, and when we did our first broadcast, we were talking about Frosty Paris.
Frosty Paris,
holds one of the records for the most pins in a season.
Yep.
After I said that, Randy Lewis is number 3. So I had people asking me, well, how can Randy Lewis, the great, won the gold medal in the Olympics, how come he has fewer pins than Frosty Paris in a season?
That's a good question.
Good question. Figured it out.
Okay.
Went back and looked. In the 1970s, when Randy Lewis wrestled, you didn't have many tournaments. You had all dual matches.
Yep.
So how many pins can you get in a dual match? 1.
Just 1.
How many can you get in a tournament?
Several.
4 or 5. I guess 4 would probably be the number.
4 or 5. Yep.
So that would explain why Randy Lewis, as great as Randy Lewis is, and for those who don't know Randy Lewis, Stevens wrestler, won the gold medal in the 1984 or 88 Olympics. He did not. He's number 3 on the list because that's the way they did it back in those days. Was simply dual means.
Things change over the years. That's why sometimes it's a little difficult to compare athletes who may have wrestled in the 80s to athletes who maybe have wrestled in the late 90s to the early 2000s. Things are a little different then.
And things are different now.
And things are even different
now. As you
now.
pointed out, Greg, with the new scoring system, wrestlers are going to be much more aggressive.
They're going to be,
get 3 points for a takedown.
Yep, they're going to be much more aggressive. And I going back to, I believe that like those athletes in the past have paved the way, right? I mean, look in the NBA. Maybe you don't have Kobe Bryant if you don't have Michael Jordan. Maybe you don't have Steph Curry if you didn't have Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They set a standard, and it's human nature to try and exceed that, and that's why we're going to see athletes get better and better and better on the mat, on the basketball court, and all the way through.
Well, you wouldn't have Jordan Love if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers.
Well, there you go, I guess.
I had to work it in.
You had to work it in, that's all right.
Who is our first match?
Okay, it will be, we're going to start with the 138. Check that. Let me go to boys here.
190 it looks like.
190 I think will be our first one, yeah.
Checking the computer.
Yeah, well, let's see if they've changed it. Let me do a refresh. Yep, we're at 190. Kelson Dirk and Lucas Belfans.
Quick 3-point takedown by Kelson. Kelson's aggressiveness. Speaking of aggressiveness, I don't know if there's anybody more aggressive on the team than him. And that says something because this lineup is full of aggressive wrestlers. Digging those underhooks, goes right down to a low single, gets that elevated, looking to double that off, dumps him down, another 3-point takedown. 6-1, Calvin.
And you notice Calvin is letting the Gillette wrestler back up. Why is that, Greg?
Well, I mean, he's so good on his feet that he just he knows he's going to be able to take him down. So go ahead and cut him loose. Let that point go. I'll get another 3 points here real quick. And he's so fast for a big guy. Right down to his back. Another takedown right to his back. Looking to cinch that up.
Oh my!
Like you said, he is so quick for a big man.
And he can move. I mean, like, he is so fast. And look at that, just one move to the next. He's got his 4-point near fall, but now it's time to look for the pin. Yeah, lets that go. 4-point near fall, looking for a quick tilt.
Oh!
Goes over the top. Can't quite get the back points there. He's up 13-2 with 35 seconds left in the first period. I mean, he can pile up the points in a big hurry. So strong. Great pressure on top. Get him in a little spiral ride. Again, he's not going to be afraid to let him turn him loose here. He's going to try and return him to the mat, maybe. Yeah, because we got about 10 seconds left in the first period. So nice mat return. Go ahead and ride out this first period. Go up 13-2.
And of course, we said earlier you have to be a little bit careful. He's dominating the Gillette wrestler at this point. But in wrestling, it can turn so fast.
It sure can. And, he'll stay aggressive here, but he will also not put himself into unnecessary risky situations. Goes ahead and chooses neutral. Gillette tries to get off a shot there. Calvin very quick on the sprawl. And nice reshot. Gets in on a single leg. Runs that down, gets another 3-point takedown with 13 seconds gone in the second period. Got that left hand chicken wing, got a far half. Going to jump sides and run that half, and this is going to be so painfully tight.
With the emphasis on the word painful.
Very. He's got his near fall now, I believe.
Now the referee will allow him to try to make the pin, correct?
Yep. And Calvin's going to keep that tight and just look for that fall. One painful hold right to the next. Holy smokes.
Campbell County is working. They're trying not to.
So it's 16-2. Kettleson on top. 48 seconds left, and we're in the second period.
He's got 4 points near fall, so it's going to be 20-2 at the end of this. So he's won the match. Now he's just got to look for that fall. And Campbell County did a nice job fighting off his back there. Again, there's going to be a tech fall. He saved a point for his team. We'll see how that goes.
So the score is now 5-0. Sturgis Cooper on top of Campbell County on the team scoreboard. Calvin Kettleson's definitely, he's a smart kid.
Well, I'm just realizing that was Kelson Dirk.
Yeah,
Kelson Calvin. That's unfortunate, but yeah, he's Kelson Dirk is who that was, and man.
Now this is Gunner at 2:15, and Gunner will get Andrew Kellison. And now we're going into the heavyweight.
They got two guys, 215 pounds, very agile. They move around the mat, is so quick.
Agile and strong. A lot of horsepower on the mat right now.
Both wrestlers circling, neither one taking a shot yet.
Going to get these little slide bys, get that inside ties. There's a nice little 2-on-1 into a Russian tie. Backs out of it.
And at this point, you're just trying to break the wrestler down, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking for angles, and there's a nice shot by Gunner, fought off well by Campbell County. You're looking to create angles, wear your opponent down, just find these openings, and just looking to create your stuff.
0-0, 56 seconds left in the match.
Some nice little slide by Gunner. Didn't amount to anything, but again, you keep that motion, and something will open up eventually. Early on in the mat, when both wrestlers are fresh, sometimes it's hard to find these openings, but as if you can keep those heavy hands and keep wearing down your opponent, those openings start showing up in the second and third period.
Still 0-0. We're got 27 seconds left in the first period. Both wrestlers circling around. There's a shot.
Nope, still got the foot in.
Going to try and cap off if he can dump him down here. Trying to keep him in. Goes off to a single, pulling him back into the mat. Snaps that down, and there's a three-point takedown. Nice work by Gunner. He had to work for that one.
He did. He sure did.
And he got it with about 4 seconds left.
Yep, and that's why you keep working all the way through a period.
And he kind of threw him around, down like a rag doll, broke away, and then came back onto him and got the takedown.
Yep.
So 3-0 in this match. We're in the second period.
Gillette had the choice, chose neutral there, it looked like. Gunner on a nice low shot, but there kind of got stuck behind. No control awarded yet, so no takedown. It's a little scrambling situation, back to the center and back to work. Gunner keeps working those slide bys. Just need to get just a little bit more of an angle, and you can get that go behind and then look for a mat return. Man, he's got great motion there. There's another three-point takedown.
And he's going to give it to him.
Toes in, got him down on his hip. That was nice work. 6-0 now with 1:18 left in the second period.
Gunnar Sarkla on top. We're in the lead. And we start the match again.
Gunner's got him bellied out. Part of the battle is getting your opponent broke down onto their belly.
So the Gillette wrestler goes onto his belly. Gunner's trying to get him flipped over. What do you do there?
I mean, there's a ton of different pinning holds there, but that's basically what you're looking for. You're looking for your arm bars, you're looking for halves, you're looking to dig this arm out right here and put it behind his back. He's going to keep that pressure on that wrist, keep pushing it across and scoop his head, and he's looking for a very tight half here. As soon as he can clear the legs, he's going to post that arm out to the mat and get that half Nelson.
He had it. Gunnar Sarkla had it.
Switches off.
Now the ref is counting.
Didn't panic there. Got him kind of in a reverse half. He's going to get his head down and his butt up, keeping that pressure on his chest and try and flatten him out there.
So Gunnar Sarkla of Sturgis has the Gillette wrestler on his back. And there's the pin.
There it is.
It was nice work, but again, just move to move to move. Gunner's a senior. He's been around for a while, and so he knows several pinning combinations, several pinning holds. You'll see a lot of the younger wrestlers looking for one thing. Maybe that chicken wing's their thing, or maybe a power half is their thing, and they're looking for that, and they're trying to force that, and a lot of times that'll get in trouble. Gunner's got enough knowledge under his belt to go ahead and just go from move to move to move. If it doesn't work, he just goes to the next thing, and that is the result. A nice fall.
Who do we have here, Gary?
So this is our other heavyweight match. This is Tice, and he's taking on Dalton McCrae. This is the 285.
There is a lot of big guys out there right now.
Tice, Yurka.
If you just joined us, team score 11-0. Sturgis Scoopers on top. We're just starting the first period.
Dirk and Sarkella with wins so far for the Scoops.
In Tice's, he's going to be a junior. He's also a football player. Big boy on the line there for the Scoopers, and his improvement this year has just been so fun to watch. A lot of people don't quite understand heavyweight wrestling. There's a lot more hand fighting and a lot less shots. You don't want to get underneath a person that's that size. It's an easy way to get squished. And so you work these. We call it hand fighting. You're looking to get inside position, keep that pressure on. See that how he's heavy on the head. got that snap down, digging the underhook. He's doing a great job, everything that you'd want your heavies to do.
So both wrestlers circling around on the mat. No one really taking advantage now, but like you say, they're trying to break each other down.
You know, there's a spot here where you just, some of these guys, the plan is to just beat you up until you make a mistake.
Correct.
And a lot of times, nice snap by Tice, gets him down, 3-point takedown, spin around behind. 18 seconds left in the period. Now he's going to go to work on top, see if he can't get himself some back points. Working that bar, flattens him out, looking for a power half. Now he goes, switches off to the double bars. The end of the period.
You know, one technique, and like you say, heavyweight wrestlers wrestle on top. They try to break down, they try to snap down. You're not going to see them shooting and getting down below. One move that Jake Michelson, and if you remember Jake, he was our state champion about 15 years ago, was the old bear hug. And basically he'd get you in, he'd get you, wrap his big old arms around you, and just kind of squeeze the air out of you and then take you down.
Yep, there's you know, you got to have arms long enough to get all the way around some of these guys. You know, they're built very well. They're thick humans to get all your arms all the way around them. But yeah, if you can, that bear hug's very, very effective.
Jake Michelson now works for UPS in Sturgis. He can carry a lot of boxes.
I was going to say, he probably does that very well.
Yes, he does. All right, back to live wrestling. Here we go. We are in the heavyweight division.
I believe that was a Scooper's choice. And again,
Tice versus Dalton McCrae.
Tice doing such a nice job there in that first period. Went ahead and chose to go neutral again. Looking for another 3-point takedown. Again, those heavy hands getting the snaps, keeping that forward pressure.
Both wrestlers circling the mat, trying to get an advantage.
There's that double underhook. Red's warned for stalling because he's continually backing up. Tice is keeping that pressure moving forward, and Tice is the beneficiary of a stalling call there. That's the work that you see with heavies that a lot of people don't quite understand. It's not always about the shots, but you're continuing to work with your hands there.
And you cannot back off the mat.
You can't back up. If you continue to back up, you end up, you know, that's just showing the ref that you're not looking to improve the situation. Tice got him in another opportunity.
Fans
to
are
snap
chanting
him down.
stalling. They want a point.
Yep, and they recognize that he's just backing up as well right now. So you know, Gillette's going to have to look to circle a little bit more, try and stay in the center of the mat, make some forward motion. Referee notices some blood, so we're going to have a little blood time here with 42 seconds left in the second period.
So the score is 3-0. We're in the second period. And right now we have a blood timeout. It looks like the Sturgis wrestler has a bit of a bloody nose there. And so is a discretionary call. If you back up on the mat, it can be called a stall. There's a stall warning already on Gillette. Next stall, he will lose 1 point. Does it again, what happens?
Yet another point. So you get a stall warning, you get a stall call, which is a point. You get your second stall call, it's another single point. A third one is you start giving up 2 points. So you need to once you start getting stall calls, you need to change your method there and start getting very aggressive. Tice is digging those double underhooks, looking to maybe do a little throw here, heel trip. Student section on their feet in all of those singlets. Nice throw, little hip
and he
toss.
gets the takedown.
Gets that 3-point takedown.
And of
nice
course,
work.
Student section still keeps chanting 2 when it's actually 3.
Yep.
Someone has to explain to them the rule.
It might take a couple of years.
It'll take a couple of years.
Tice has got him bellied out, looking for that power half. He's going to get out on the side and start running around his head. Again, keeping all that weight and pressure on the head and shoulders. Just runs out of time. Looked like Gillette was getting ready to turn there, but Tice finds himself up 6-0 going into the third period. Gillette's choice.
You know, with wrestlers this size, once they're on their back, you have their other opponent on the back, it's hard to get out of that.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of weight that's on top of you, and you got there's another stalling call, 1 point for Tice, now going up 7-0. again, those right off the whistle, those backward steps is an immediate red flag for an official, and Tice is doing such a good job keeping that pressure on. Now, a lot of heavyweight matches you're going to find to be low scoring, 1-0,
right.
2-0 matches, and if you can keep that pressure on and create those stalling calls, these big guys might win matches off of stalling calls.
Both wrestlers circling the mat. For Gillette, they cannot keep going backwards.
Nope.
He's going to give up. Now, you said 2 points, correct?
That, I believe, was the first stalling point. So he'll have, if he gets another stalling call, he'd give up one more point then.
And we're referring to the Gillette wrestler. 7-0. We're in the third period now.
Yep.
We're in the heavyweight division.
Yep,
Tice
285.
Shrika
Yep.
and Dalton McRae.
So, too, this is a spot where, Tice has had excellent pressure, forward pressure, and continuing to try and get those underhooks, snapping the head and moving his opponent around. But both wrestlers right now are getting tired. And so you've got to keep your head and make sure that you don't find yourself fighting into a bad position. And that pressure sometimes can get the best of you, too. Here, Tice is doing an excellent job not getting himself into a bad position. I'm just saying that there's another stalling call. Another 1 point for Tice, goes up 8-0 now with 10 seconds left in the match.
There's a shot by Gillette.
Attempts a shot because, he needed something. Tice spins around behind, gets a 3-point takedown, up 11-0, which is going to be a major decision. That was a nice win for Tice.
Nice match with the heavyweight division. Tice Shrika beats Dalton McRae. Can't spit it out. That puts Sturgis Scoopers up at 15-0 over the Campbell County Camels.
Now we're going to go to the completely opposite end of the weights here, gentlemen. At 106, Sullivan Sigmund is up next. He gets Darren Brown.
This will be an interesting match. Both of them quick,
very, very
fast
quick
wrestlers.
And I don't know an awful lot about Darren Brown. But Sully's had himself a really good season. He's improving a great deal. Again, he's a freshman, very young wrestler, in on a nice little low single, spins around behind, looking to crawl up the body, gets a 3-point takedown, and goes to work on top. Sully's had a very, very good year. There's been some ups and downs that'll happen as a young wrestler, but he's kept his head up, kept grinding, and you're going to see huge dividends. Got that arm dug out, put it across his back, pushes it across his back, and finds himself in that half Nelson. He's got that cinched up really, really tight, looking for the fall. Minute 15 left, and there it is.
So at 106, Sully Sigmund.
Minute 15, wow.
Will get the pin in the first period. Sturgis goes up 21-0 over the Campbell County Camels. Next up, we have who?
113, Tyler Baldwin is up next, and he'll get Mason Sayers.
Tyler, another junior, had an outstanding year so far. He's found himself into a couple of good matches with like the Rapid City Central kid. I think he's 1-1 with him this year. So, Rapid City Central he was the returning state champion. Tyler looking to claim that title for himself this year. And he has been aggressive and violent on his pursuit of that, yes.
So Sully Sigmund gets the takedown. He goes up by 3. And he lets him back up.
And cut him loose and look again. There's another nice slide-by attempt. Goes right into a high crotch. Getting that up and elevated. He's going to look to try and double this off, or there you go. Call that running the pipe, and you just sit them down right on their butt. Get a 3-point takedown, up 6-1.
And off the mat they go. So we're 6-1. Sully Sigmund on top in this period. 1:19 left in the period.
Tyler.
Gillette wrestler goes in the down position. Sully will come up.
We're on Tyler Baldwin now.
Excuse me, Tully Baldwin. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. They come up so fast.
And I need my glasses.
Yeah. All right, got that arm trap, looking for a 2-on, but he's looking for a tilt here. He's going to roll through that if he can get that arm trapped in there. We call this a head lever. Put that head right in the armpit and grab the wrist and grind that down into the mat. Flips it right into a chicken wing, looking for that far bar, and he'll start walking. Nope. Got the half on the far side. There you go. Got that chicken wing in the far arm, and he's sitting out on that. He's got his 4-point near fall, looking for the fall. 30 seconds remaining in the first period. Sitting back on that. That's getting tighter and tighter.
Got it.
There's your pin.
Yep.
So Tyler Baldwin will get the pin. Gary was good enough to highlight his name. Thank you.
I thought, let me help you out here.
I certainly appreciate that. Now if you can find my hearing aids. So Sturgis in the team score, 27, and Campbell County 0.
Mason Hagan is next on the mat. He'll get Brian Sanchez at 120 pounds.
You know, every one of these wrestlers had that are on the varsity squad at Sturgis have had such a very, very good year, and I've pointed this out in the past. But Mason Hagan, what grade's he in? He's an 8th grader.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, this kid is salty, and he has got a very bright future. Drags those toes, gets a 3-point takedown. Minute 32 left in the first period. Just an 8th grader, and look at the confidence that he's got on the mat in front of the home crowd.
You know, you got to be happy for Coach Mike able to see this and thinking, I've got the next 4 years with this guy, and he's only going to get better.
Oh, where's the ceiling?
Yeah.
I mean the growth potential for all of these kids. You know, we've got some seniors on the team, but we've talked about the depth in that room, and there are younger kids that are back there that, I mean, a lot of that room could make a varsity team in almost anywhere in the state, and they're sitting behind some of these guys in this wrestling room because they're just so solid.
And you see it when they send the JV to the varsity matches or varsity tournaments, and they end up winning the tournament.
Yeah, JV will win a tournament. It's just unbelievable.
Campbell County blood timeout, by the way.
All right, we're back
into
on.
Wrestling.
Mason looks to cut him away. Going to get another, looking to get another 3-point takedown.
So we say they cut him away. They let him up so he can get a takedown to score more points.
Yep. When you're on the bottom, you're looking for an escape. We can choose to just give that to you. We're going to cut you loose.
Okay.
We call that cutting him. Yep. Gets in on a nice little high crotch there, looking to finish that. And he's on the edge of the mat, so he's going to try and drag him in.
Mason Hagan, Sturgis wrestler, Brian Sanchez, Campbell County.
Runs a pipe, caps that hip. There's a 3-point takedown. Go back to work on top. Now up 6-1, Mason.
47 seconds left in the first period. Mason Hagan of Sturgis on top, 6-1.
Working those arm bars, that goes right into a head lever. Again, you're right on the edge of the mat, so any move that you make, yes, that 1 point of contact helps us, but we've got to try and drag him back in to work our offense here. See him trying to keep that toe in, finally decides, you know what, let's just spin around, get a fresh start.
And we have another blood timeout.
Yep, Campbell County again. Second time.
How much time can you have on an injury?
For blood, they give you 5 minutes, and they'll run that clock, and you'll see it going down right now. They keep it right on the score clock. Okay. Currently at 4 minutes and 20 seconds about. But as soon as you stop that blood, like say he's got a bloody nose, so get that cleaned up and put a cotton ball up your nose. They'll stop the blood time and then give you extra time to kind of clean up and get all the rest of the blood off.
If they run out of time on the injury timeout, is the match over?
Yep, they'll stop the match because of excessive blood. So yep, you want to get that stopped quickly if you can.
Back to live wrestling now. Mason Hagan on top, trying to break down the Campbell County wrestler.
All right, looking to dig out that arm bar, but as time expires here, On him, up 6-1 into the second period. Gillette had the option. He goes ahead and defers over to Sturgis. Mason says, let's go on our feet. We're going to get another takedown.
Hagen shoots.
Comes out through the back. Got to get his arm around the hip, and there's a 3-point takedown. During that sequence, Mason was pawing at the head, doing those level changes in and out on a couple of those shots. Gillette was being very, very defensive there and got called for stalling.
Okay. So now it's 9-1. Mason Hagen in the lead. We're in the second period, $1:18 left.
Elevates leg, steps through. This is a leg Turk, so he's just gonna elevate this. This is the bottom leg of the Gillette wrestler, and he's got him on the crossface, looking just for back points. Ended up getting that 4-point near fall, broke the hold. The ref hasn't given it just yet. Right to his back again, looking for that fall. He does have 4 near fall points secured.
There's your pin.
There's our pin. 46 seconds left in the second period.
So
Nice
Mason
match
Hagen
for Mason.
will take that by fall. That puts Sturgis up 33-0 over the Campbell County Camels.
Tarver Sabrowski is up next for the Scoops at 126. And he will get Taste Lake from Campbell County.
Tarver Sabrowski, I believe, is a junior. Trying to look. Of course, his mother is from Harding County, so that means he's rough and tough and full of stuff.
Nice takedown there. And good movement by Gillette to keep that motion going. Referee says we lost control on that, so he's going to give the escape point as they go out of bounds. So it's 3-1 now.
Zabrowski in the lead, 3-0, 31-29 left.
And Tarver's, he's had a kind of an up and down year. To his credit, though, again, wrestlers a lot of times are sort of a different breed. Sometimes when things get tough, you can shut down and things never ever get better. In Tarver's case, when he found himself down, he put his nose to the grindstone and went back to work. And now, all of a sudden, at this point in the season, things are becoming a lot better for him. He's coming up with a lot more wins, a lot of big wins. His confidence is building, and sometimes you go through that, and I guess is how you respond.
Right. And it's the old saying: it's not how many you win; it's when you win them.
Yep. So we'll slide by.
Both wrestlers circling the mat, trying to get an advantage.
Tarver with that arm drag and trying to scoot into that single leg shot. Gillette doing a good job at defending that.
Shot by Zabrowski. Both wrestlers trying to get an advantage here as they circle the center.
There's another kind of a half-hearted shot attempt from Gillette, but again, that sometimes is necessary just to prove that you're not stalling. Tarver's taking a lot of shots, doing a lot of arm drags, heavy on the head, and goes into those shots. So periodically, Gillette's just going to show that, hey, look, I tried, and that's going to keep that stalling call away. So, not necessarily a bad move there from the Gillette wrestler.
So we go into the second period, 3-1. Tarver Sabrowski on top. In the lead, that is. Now Gillette will take the down position. Tarver will be up in the up position. And jump the gun just a little bit. Referee has him reset. And here we go.
Tarver looking for that tight waist and the arm chop, looking to get that bar. Keeping that pressure on with his left arm. See how far he's got that wrapped around his body, and I mean, he's just going to cinch that up. It's gonna make it hard to breathe on bottom there, and you're just kind of sucking the life out of your opponent there with that tight waist. It doesn't look like much, but it's very effective. Got that arm trap and tried to roll through for a tilt, but Gillette rolls through it. No points awarded. Tarver working a spiral ride from the right side. Again, just trying to break down those hips and being able to get to work. Switch attempt by Gillette, and Tarver traps that right arm, gets that chicken wing on the right side and keeps the bar. Again, he's just got to be calm here. No points are awarded. Tarver's still on top in this match. It looks like Gillette's kind of in control there, but Tarver's got a leg in. Now the reversal comes through. Gillette came out on top of that one. So we're going to be 3-3, I believe.
We're in the second period, 39 seconds left.
Referee calls a stalemate there.
For those listeners who don't understand, a stalemate means neither wrestler can advance. No one's stalling. They just can't get anything done.
Yep. No improvement can be made, especially out here on the edge of the mat. A lot of times you'll see that stalemate there. You run out of real estate to do anything, and so sometimes that stalemate comes into play.
So Tarver's in the down position. Gillette wrestlers in the up position as they start to wrestle. 3-3, 12 seconds left in the second period. Tarver Zabrowski trying to get to his base. Won't get there.
Nice mat return by Gillette. 2 seconds remaining in the period. We're going to go into period number 3, tied up. Tarver gets the choice. Tarver chooses down.
So Tarver chooses down. Some people don't understand why you want to go down, but you're trying to get the escape.
Yep. The strategy here is to just get that escape point. You go up 4-3. Like I say, Tarver's good on bottom. He'll try some different things, some switches and sit-outs, going to a stand-up, looking for either the escape or the reversal.
So as Tarver Zabrowski's in the down position, Gillette wrestler is in the top position. That's Tace Lake. Both wrestlers trying to get an advantage. Tied up 3-3. A minute 36 left in the match.
Switch attempt right to his feet. Now Gillette's going to try and get that return, and he does. Tarver's still looking for the switch. He's got to clear that left arm. Gillette doing a good job controlling that arm, not letting Tarver get around behind. We're out of bounds. Minute 16 left.
We're tied up at 3 in the third period. Tarver Zabrowski, Tace Lake, going head-to-head. If you're just joining us, Scoopers are ahead 33-0 over the Campbell County Camels. And I said that 3 times now.
Yes, you did.
It's a great work.
Campbell County Camels.
Tarver tries a little Peterson roll. Gets through to a leg. Now he's got to scoot his rear end around to the side there. There's that Peterson going to try and double that off. Gillette doing a nice job fighting it off. There's 50 seconds left.
We're all tied up at 3 in this match. 43 seconds left.
There's that Peterson. Tarver's going to look to get him put to his back and get some back points. He'll get the 2 reversal. There it is, 2 reversal. Nope. Ref weighs it off.
30 seconds left. Match is tied.
Another switch attempt. Got that leg. Gillette holding onto the arm. Tarver's got to get that left arm punched free right to his back. Tarver gets him on his back. Kind of got him in a near cradle. Let it go. We got a 2-point reversal there. 5-3 with 12 seconds left. Tarver just looking to ride this match out.
6 seconds left. Zabrowski up by 2.
Got the nice turn and the pin.
With 2 seconds left, Tarver Zabrowski comes through, pins Lake from Gillette. That was good. That was a heck of a match.
There's 10 seconds left. All he's got to do is ride that out for the win. Instead, he goes and goes looking for the pin, and he gets it in 10 seconds. That's unbelievable.
So now in the team points, Scoopers go up 39-0. Next up, who do we have?
Parker Graveman is up next, and he'll wrestle William Hohenholt.
We start the match live wrestling. Wrestlers are circling.
Nice little underhook by Parker, looking to create an angle. Nice shot by Gillette to get him out of that underhook.
Wrestlers in the middle of the match, circling around, trying to get an advantage.
There's a website. Ooh.
Oh.
Nice return. Gillette wrestler goes for a headlock. Parker kind of reversed that on him, puts him down to his back, gets a 3-point takedown. Gillette gets the escape. 3-1 with 1:10 left. I'm going to try and get through this really fast. There's a website called Dakota Grappler, and they review wrestlers out of North and South Dakota. They just released some statistics. Statistic leaders, takedowns, 2-point, 3-point, 4-point near fall pins, and Parker Graveman. I noticed his name on. I believe 3 different categories, so he racks it, and that's across the state of South Dakota. He's in the top 6. Wow. There's a 3-point takedown.
There's a takedown for him.
Those statistics start to add up, and again, not to beat this to death, but Parker, again, is yet another wrestler that's extremely aggressive, and that's how you end up being the leader in those statistics.
6-1, Parker Graveman in the lead. We're in the first period with 30 seconds left. Now he has the Gillette wrestler on his back.
I believe he got 3 near fall there, yep.
They got 3 for the near fall. So he goes up 9-1.
Turned him loose for another escape point, so it should be 9-2 with 20 seconds.
9-2.
Nice little duck under for Parker, another 3-point takedown. Goes up 12-2. 13 seconds left in the first.
Parker Graveman continuing to work Lake from Campbell County. Parker up 12-2, and we end the first period.
Gillette's choice this time. Gillette's going to choose bottom.
Bottom, yep.
See what Parker does here.
Parker is up, Gillette wrestler in the bottom.
Traps that arm real quick.
And again, one escape for Gillette.
Yep, Parker again is so good on his feet as he's shown, getting those takedowns awful quick, and he's not afraid to let a wrestler up and go to work on his feet. Digging those double underhooks. Let's see what he does with this.
Second period,
little throw by.
And Parker Graveman gets another one. So it's 15-3, $1.25 in the second period. He'll get a takedown, working the Gillette wrestler.
12.
Blake trying to get the base up, trying to get to his feet. Parker keeping pressure. And that's the key, right, Greg?
He's doing a nice job keeping pressure. Just all that weight forward and down into your opponent. Again, that's just exhausting for that bottom wrestler. Man, that duck under is deadly. That's another 3-point takedown. Looking for a tilt.
So Parker goes up 18-4 now.
There's a 2-point near fall.
Yep. That's the match.
45 seconds left in the second period, so we got 3 minutes and 15 seconds, if my math is correct. It took him to rack up 15 points.
That's a lot of points in a short time. So Parker Graveman wins that match on a deck fall. Sturgis goes up 44-0 on the 2 points. Who's next?
Benjamin Nadig at 138. He'll get Braden Ritchie of Campbell County.
Back to live action. Both wrestlers circling the middle of the mat.
Again, using Dakota Grappler as a gauge. Dakota Grappler has Ben Nadig ranked number 2 in the state right now. And again, young wrestler. He's a freshman, ranked number 2, two in the state. So a lot of good things from Ben as well.
Then Eddie goes up 3-1. $1:39 left in the first period.
Oh,
wow.
He is so quick. There's another takedown.
Outside single with that arm drag.
6-1.
If he can get that, if he can get that turned to his back, as it was, he kind of slipped off of it, so he just turned him loose. There's another 3-point takedown.
So it's happening so fast. It's 9-3. Ben Natick keeps letting him up to get another takedown.
And look at that pressure. Just shot.
Look at that.
Just another spin on that armbar. 3-point takedown.
And another 3-point takedown. It's just kind of like the inflation rate here.
Yeah, it's just skyrocketing.
12-3.
12-3, and not a minute gone yet in this period. This first period.
We have 1:02 left in the first period, and Natick is up 12-3 over Gillette. We go to the middle of the mat. Gillette's in the down position, Sturgis in the up position. And here we go.
Ben's got that wrist trap, got him in that head lever. Gonna slide off into a chicken wing, get that far bar, and break that right shoulder down to the mat. If he can do that, he's gonna roll him right over the top of it and look for that pinning combination at this point.
And he's trying to get him on his back. Now the ref is waving and counting.
Counting up near fall. Ben's just got to get his head up and his butt down, sit on it, and might have lost an arm there. That's all right. That's going to be 4 near fall, making it 16-3.
And we're still in the first period.
That's still in the first period, yep.
You don't see a tech fall too often in a single period, but Ben may get this done.
With 8 seconds left, don't know if he's going to get it.
He just needs 2 points. There
and
they
he's
are.
He's going to get it.
You got 3 seconds. It's going to be a 3-point near fall. Goes up 19-3, and that's a first period tech fall by the freshman.
Wow. See that happen many times, gentlemen. First period tech fall. Sturgis goes up 49-0 now, and the juggernaut just continues on and on.
144 now, gentlemen. Barrett Patterson will wrestle Fisher Smith.
Barrett's a senior.
Wrestlers engaged, circle the mat. Keep circling, trying to get an advantage here.
Nice heavy hands, cuffs him with that right, cuffs him with the left. A little shot attempt by Gillette, shot attempt by Sturgis. Gets in on that far leg. Fought off well by Gillette, and we're just back to neutral.
Yeah, nice counter by Gillette on that, on the shot by Barrett.
Very good. He's in on another shot. Barrett's lifting that near ankle. If he can lift that ankle, and there's a nice slide by. Ooh, ref calls him out of bounds. He slid out and did not maintain that 1 point of contact necessary to stay in bounds. So no takedown there for Barrett.
So 0-0. We're still in the first period. 1 minute left. Both wrestlers circling, trying to find out a way they can make a shot.
So
Harrison of Sturgis, Lake of Gillette.
Drag, he's got him in that front headlock position. Nice hips, got to get around behind. Fought off very well. Man, this is going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, both wrestlers are wrestling very well, and almost looks like they're defending very well.
Both wrestlers' defense has been amazing. They've both been in on nice shots, defended well. Nice slide by there by Barrett. Keep those toes in.
Keep those toes in.
Out of bounds they go. But again, good defense there by Gillette to kind of turn that around on the edge of the mat. 20 seconds remaining in the first.
Yeah, no score yet for either.
No.
wrestler.
Patterson and Smith going at it. I might have said Lake earlier, but it's actually Patterson
Pressure
and Smith.
Yep.
So snap, 4 seconds remaining.
So we go into the second period, 0-0. Barrett Patterson, Fisher Smith, they're both wrestling hard, but no one can seem to get an advantage.
Wrestling very well. Gillette's choice there decided to defer to Sturgis. Barrett chooses bottom, looking for that quick escape. Fighting hand control, trying to get your hips underneath you. Keep your hips underneath you and your head up. There you go.
Barrett Patterson trying to find a way to escape. He's on bottom. Smith of Gillette continues to work him over.
Nice little sit out, got that leg.
And there,
There it is. Nice reversal. Nice reversal.
So Barrett Patterson will get 2 points for the reversal. He goes up 2-0, second period, 1:14 left.
Got that tight waist, got him set down, gonna try a little chin drop. Doesn't work. Turns him loose, gives up the 1 point escape. 1 minute remaining in the second period. Ooh, nice slide by in low single, but well fought off again by Barrett.
Barrett Patterson up 2-1.
Out of bounds.
Sturgis coaches over there showing that right position that they want Barrett to be in those ties.
Steve Kessler over there trying to demonstrate this is how you do it.
And he would know.
And he would know.
You're going to see a lot of that motion, that in and out motion, up and down, and that's going to create those angles in that space.
Out of bounds again. Yeah.
So Patterson of Sturgis, Smith of Campbell County, 2-1.
This
Patterson
is a tight
on top.
match.
Tight match.
14 seconds left in the second.
Barrett's got that front headlock position, got him snapped down. Nice drag through by the Gillette wrestler. Gets in on a high crotch. Barrett still fighting that off. Time expires, no points awarded. Barrett ends up staying ahead 2-1 going into the third period.
As Bob Euchre would have said, just a little late.
Just a bit outside. No.
Just a bit outside. God bless Bob Euchre.
Yes. All right, Gillette's choice. They're down by 1. They're going to go ahead and choose bottom because they need that escape point. Nice little Granby roll, followed well by Barrett. Good
live
follow.
action. Patterson on top. 2-1. Barrett is ahead. $1:42 left in the match.
There you go. He's got that left arm trapped in a 2-on-1 situation. So now we're going to be looking to cinch that up really nice and tight and look for the tilt here. Broke him down to his belly. Go ahead and drive in. Keeping that hip pressure forward.
Patterson on the top position, trying to break down the Gillette wrestler. He's up 2-1. 1 minute, 5 seconds left in the match.
So sit out there by Gillette. Barrett follows that well, 55 seconds, still up by 1. He's got him in a spiral ride, kind of got to stay behind those arms. He's a little bit loose there. Get settled back behind the arms. You go, good follow. They go back out of bounds, and we're going to restart with 40 seconds left. That was a good follow. That was some good motion on that on bottom from Gillette.
Now we got Coach Mike Abel and Coach Kessler trying to demonstrate how to do it.
That's right.
Here we go. 37 seconds left. Patterson up by 1. He's in the top position.
He's got that half. Got to get that far arm, get him stretched out, and he's got that half in. Stay behind the arms. Student section's on their feet. This is going to get
20
pretty
seconds
loud
left.
with 20
Patterson
seconds
up by
left.
1.
Got that near ankle and that near bar. Gillette wrestler to his feet. Barrett's got to return to the mat. He does. Got to follow around.
8 seconds left. Patterson up by 1.
Stays behind the arms and gets him broke back down. 4 seconds remaining. Gets a leg in, and time expires. A 2-1 victory.
Great win by Patterson.
On senior night. Man, that was gutsy. That was a gutsy third period. That is hard to do. You're up by 1, your opponent chooses down, and you ride him out for 2 minutes. That was really good.
2-1. Wow.
So Barrett Patterson will beat Fisher Smith 2-1. In the team points, Sturgis Scoopers goes up 52-0.
Calvin Kettleson is next. 150, he'll get Rodrigo Amos.
All right.
Calvin Kettleson, we talked about him earlier.
during Kelson Dirk's match the whole time. Gosh, a nice little takedown there. Now I'm scared to say his name. got that leg Turk looking to get that elevated, cap that far shoulder, and get some back points.
Had him there. Nope.
Didn't quite escape. Yep. He's still got that leg Turk in though.
Yep. Calvin Kettleson starting to put the squeeze on him. 3-0. We're in the first period, minute 25.
Switches off to a crossfade. He's going to try and just inch those shoulders, kind of crunch him up with those hips and keep moving.
He kind of looks like a giant anaconda out there, just kind of squeeze.
Yep.
That wrestler.
It's kind of the thought.
Yeah.
Yep. Shows the ref that he breaks the hold. Go ahead and give me my near fall, and then I'm going to go back to work here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's.
Gets that bottom leg, looking for the leg Turk again. There's.
Kettleson has the Gillette wrestler on his
man,
back.
he's got him pinned.
And he's pinned.
He did it. Yep.
So the pin comes at 48 seconds left in the first period. Calvin Kettleson, who's going to attend the School of Mines, who shows him off, and he takes a bow in the middle of the mat.
And there's an unsportsmanlike.
They're going to give him a point for that.
He's going to probably watch this team score. I'll bet it goes down to 57 here.
Sports fans, I love you, as you would say. 57-0 in the team.
They took it away, but that's
they did. Yeah.
That's Calvin. He's a senior
Calvin,
on
though.
senior night.
He's a senior.
Yep.
Kate Wilnerd is wrestling, and he gets Ben Wilson. They're underway at 157.
And Wilner gets a quick takedown.
Nice outside single. Gonna go ahead and cut him loose. Give up that point. And
3-1.
another outside single.
Sturgis
drops in on
in
it.
the lead.
Runs a pipe, dumps him down onto his hip, gets it around behind. Another 3-point takedown. Cuts him loose. Going to be 6-2 with a minute and a half left. Pounding the head, looking for those underhooks. Got him down that 2-on-1. Spins around into a fireman's carry. Going to dump him and try and keep that left arm. Lost it. He could tilt him to his back there if he keeps that left arm trapped.
Gets 3 more points.
Man, Sturgis knows how to add up points quick.
They sure do.
Wilnard, Wilson.
Got him in a little cheap tilt here.
Got the Gillette wrestler on his back. Referee counting. And he'll give him.
Hasn't broken that hold yet, so
No.
now we're just going to roll him over
Boy,
and look for that
he's got
foul.
him pinned.
Got him there.
So the pin will come with 43 seconds left in the first period. Kate Wilnard will take the win. That makes it 63-0. Your Sturgis Scoopers in the team lead. Who's next, Gary?
165. Now here comes Joseph Nadig. He'll get Flint Reno.
So Nadig and Reno.
Joe, another senior, ranked number 1 in the state right now.
Yep.
Nadig and Reno circling, trying to get a shot in.
You know, throughout this season, I've watched Joe wrestle some really, really tough matches, and he just continues to find a way to win. He stays in good position. He battles, and he's so dangerous. But there's some really, really good competition at his weight class, and Joe seems to handle it very, very well.
So Nadig and Reno Campbell County, native of Sturgis, of course. Minute 18.
Oh, he's got a leg cradle.
Oh, my.
I have never seen a leg cradle.
Those don't happen very much.
Not very often. Yeah.
So he's up 3-0.
Nice little turn. I think he got himself too near fall there, but he hasn't broken that hold.
Natick just continues to work over the Campbell County wrestler. 49 seconds left in the first period.
There gives the 2-point near fall. Goes in for that butcher.
5-0, Natick on top.
Got a hold of it. He's got to clear that right leg of his. Yeah. Hard crossface right back. Lifting that near ankle and puts him right to his back. Let's see if we can get some near fall off of this. Gillette doing a nice job again, not exposing their back, but Joe's so aggressive. It's just one move right after the other. 15 seconds remaining. Looking for the fall in the first period. There it is.
And there it is. Again, another pin, 7 seconds left in the first period. It just keeps coming and coming.
Yeah, this is, I was pretty sure that Sturgis would be dominant in this performance, but, there's a 0 on that scoreboard for Gillette, and that is saying something because, again, Gillette is a big, big school in Wyoming, and they're a good wrestling team. Sturgis is just...
So who do we have now?
So we'll wrap up with Irian. He'll get Peyton Henderson at 175.
Just joined us. Scooper team's score is 69 Scoopers. Campbell County, they are very lucky they have nothing. And now the student body's kind of getting into it now.
Yeah, they are.
They want a shutout.
Zoll in on a nice double leg, dumps that off, 3-point takedown, looking for a quick cheap tilt.
3-0. They're in the lead. Back points are being counted.
We got 4 near fall there. I don't know.
Student Bias starts to sing a song from the 70s by Steam. Hey, I didn't even think they knew the song.
I guarantee you they don't know who it's by.
Or what year it came out.
Yeah.
So, 3-0. Arian in the lead, first period.
Got 2-point near fall on that last little cheap tilt. Goes up 5-0 with 50 seconds left. Zoll rides him out of bounds there, so we're going to restart in the center. Oh, those singlets. Holy smokes. Look at that student section.
Some of them are nice looking singlets.
Holy smokes. School spirit right there at its finest.
And it's something Sturgis has always been proud of the wrestling program, and it kind of reverberates through the student body.
It does. This they're very supportive of this group, and they
I want to know where they found the singlets.
Yeah.
Just don't buy those on eBay.
Yeah, I don't know. There might have been some lending.
Could have been.
Back to live action, 5-0.
Looks like maybe we got a little blood time.
Arian in the lead. Now we're going to have some blood time. Arian looks like he might have a little bit of a bloody nose.
Huh? Yep. Take care of that.
Yeah. Was it in Madison maybe? Zoll went in on a shot, split his forehead open, and they were trying to right above his eye, and they were trying to get that stopped, and he ends up with tape all the way around his head and gauze and everything else, and he just continued to dominate. But,
you bet he did.
But holy smokes,
Wow.
They did everything to stop that blood in time.
Reminds you of the movie Rocky when you say, "Cut me, Mick." Cut me.
Exactly.
8 seconds left.
Nice ride going on here. Oh, gentle.
Oh. Now that is dangerous.
Yep. Sometimes that's difficult to stop as, you get that wrestler elevated, which is completely fine, but you've got to return them to the mat reasonably gently so that to prevent some injury.
Right. Explain to the listeners what happened.
So, Zol, the Gillette wrestler was on bottom, stood up. Zol picks him up to return him to the mat. As that went, they kind of did a little somersault thing, and Zol returned him to the mat a little bit more rough than the ref would have liked to have seen. Stopped the match there. Gave the Gillette wrestler because that would be an illegal return, an illegal move. They call it a slam.
So now it's 3-1 in favor of Sturgis going into the second period.
Yeah, 5-1.
Or excuse me, 5-1. You've got to clean the glass here. West Gym.
I know. But yeah, so the ref will stop the match, make sure that the Gillette wrestler is okay. It looked like he maybe landed on his hand a little bit, but he said, I'm good to go. So got that penalty point, went back to wrestling.
You've got to be a little careful there, because if the wrestler is unable to compete as a result, you could lose the match.
Correct. If you hurt a wrestler in an illegal move, you would lose by default there.
Okay. So now it's 7-1 as Arian gets the reversal, trying to get the Gillette wrestler on his back. $1:43 left in the second period. 7-1. Sturgis in the lead.
Looking for that that bottom leg Turk again. Gonna cross face and try and cap that far shoulder, and then elevate that bottom leg, turning him to his back and get some near fall here. There it is. Had to work at it a little bit to get it tightened up, but
now we got some back points being counted in favor of Sturgis. Looks like he wants to go for the pin. We have 57 seconds left in the second period. Well, I got to tell you, Greg, he's in there pretty tight.
Looking like he's pretty flat. The ref's right down there, though. He must be
ref
close.
Is right down there.
There it is.
There's their pin.
There it is. Yep.
42 seconds left in the second period. Sturgis will take the pin. And that is the last match of the night, Gary.
And a 75-0 win for the Scoopers tonight, gentlemen.
A great win. Great win. 75-0. That's almost a perfect score.
It really is. It really is. I mean, you definitely win every match.
And most of them by pin.
Yep. I was going to say we had a couple of tech falls in there. But yeah, that was pretty flawless. Nice work by the Scoopers on senior night. And, well done by all of those seniors.
So let's talk about what's coming up for the Sturgis Scooper
things
guys.
Getting a little interesting now this weekend for the Scoops.
That's right. This weekend they've got
the East-West duels in here.
East-West duel. Thank you. The best of the West meets the beasts of the East, and that is in Pier.
Yep. The girls will wrestle on Friday in a tournament. That will be a one-day tournament that'll be completed, and then Saturday the boys will go, and it'll be a one-day dual team tournament.
Correct, and it's a dual team tournament.
Correct. So just like you saw tonight in the duel, but Sturgis, they'll basically run it sort of like a bracket. You win your duel, you advance. You win your duel, you advance. And
I think there'll be 3 matches then. East plays West, West goes East.
Yeah, I believe that's here comes the student.
And here comes the student section in their singlets.
Take
on
a
the mat.
picture on the mat.
Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it.
You know you do.
The varsity wrestlers telling them, go ahead and stretch those legs down a little bit.
So
this is good.
If you can picture this, we've got about 50 kids in singlets getting pictures taken in the middle of the mats who are not wrestlers.
That's good stuff.
Our good friend Tim Potts is out there taking a picture.
Oh, Tim had to have a picture of that.
Oh, yeah,
that's for sure.
Job well done.
Thank you, gentlemen. As our fans go by, both of them.
It's nice we have 2.
Hey, we have 2.
Yes.
That's better than we usually have.
That's right. We will take that.
So we have East-West coming up. Then we go into when does the state duel match?
So
a team match.
That'll be later in February.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of winding down. You're looking at a month. So we got Pierre. There's a Belle-Fourche tournament that draws a lot of really good teams and is always a tough tournament. Then you're talking about the I believe the state dual tournament,
right?
Regionals, and then state individuals.
And this year they put a little twist into it because the state dual tournament is 2 weeks. It's the week before
It's a
regional.
week before, right?
Right.
The state individual
Yep.
tournament.
Yep.
Which is
I think they did that last year too.
Yeah, they did last year, and that's a little controversial because there's always an argument. Do you want to put your good wrestlers into the dual tournament, get hurt, and then can't make it into the regionals?
That's what you hope don't happen.
That's what you hope don't happen.
Yeah, you don't ever want to get your wrestlers hurt, but you know, the theory is to continue to improve the entire way, and there's always going to be something to work on. Sturgis wins this duel 75-0, and I promise you that Mike Abel will have something to say to his wrestlers about we could have been better.
Yeah, which they could
But
have.
that's what a coach is supposed to
Yes,
say.
That's what a coach is supposed to
and
say.
they will continue to work on that after the dual team tournament. You know, there's still 2 weeks that you can improve.
Yep.
And Sturgis will continue to do that and look to do that. And the grit that this team has, I have no doubt that they'll show up and.
And Greg talked about proving. A lot of people don't appreciate that Belle-Fourche tournament because you get a lot of the Class B wrestlers
right
that Sturgis hasn't seen yet. And granted, they won't have the numbers on the team, but they'll have some very talented wrestlers coming to Belle-Fourche from those Class B schools.
Just because you're a small school doesn't mean that you lack for talent in those teams.
Sure.
Those there's, you know, some of those schools will fill a roster. Some of them don't quite have the numbers. They might have 5-6 kids on their wrestling team, but those 5-6 kids will be dangerous, and you've got to keep your head down and wrestle those matches all the way through. It does not matter what size of school you're in.
Well, gentlemen, it ends up 75-0. Scoopers win another big one.
And the Scooper girls get a nice victory tonight too. They win 42-29 over Campbell County.
So they just keep rolling.
That was a good night. All right. Go on through the weekend.
Go to Gary to wrap it up.
All right, we will wrap things up here from West Gymnasium. Next sports class tomorrow night. We'll be in Lee Deadwood tomorrow night for Sturgis Scooper basketball. We're going to wrap things up here tonight. Congrats to the Scooper wrestlers. They pick up a nice 75-0 win over Campbell County tonight. For Greg Gloat, Bob Havela, Gary Matthews, have a wonderful night, everyone.